Start the stream. Good morning, guys. Hope everyone's doing good, having a good morning. My watch list is a little small today. I just don't see that much I like, but the main ones on my watch list are TLRY, CRON, TNXP, and KSS are probably the four biggest ones I'm watching. Also keeping an eye on FN and TOL. Still kind of looking to see if I can find anything else. We got Mitch here already.
What's going on, guys? Good morning here on Tuesday, guys. Ready to make it 10 days straight green, guys.
Yes, sir.
Ready to make it 10 days.
And yesterday, as you could see by my account balance, I did have a profitable trade off of, what was that last one? Snapchat. Let me see. You can see I rode Snapchat down. I ended the stream when Snapchat was about right here. And I ended up selling it at 11.61 down here, and so I'm happy with that exit. Made about 20 bucks on that trade, 18 to 20 bucks, and you can see it was a profitable day yesterday. So I'm keeping the dream alive here.
Yup, ready to go. Who get this in the house? NYC 7 live gains. Manny coming at you.
What's up, Manny? How you doing, brother? Yeah, sorry
Manny in the house.
Sorry I didn't get back with your text yesterday, Manny. I just now saw it this morning, to be honest. My son made us go pick him up from his daycare yesterday. It was hectic, but he's doing a little bit better today. Gotta drink my coffee, but yeah. Not that much is moving. I'm still kind of looking to see what I could find. But yeah, what's up? Missouri, Arian, Manny, Huguetes, Eric, Lucas, John, NYC, Sealy, 7. What's up, brother?
Yeah, man. Time to take some swings today, dude. I'm gonna be trading all day, guys. So look for me to go ahead and live stream after John. It might be a little bit after. It might be in the afternoon, guys. Depending on the market. I don't really like the lunch trade, but today I definitely will probably be doing some afternoon trading. Need to make a couple trades, try to get up there to that $500 to get this free account. Just go ahead and take some swings. If I do get this free account, you guys can bet on it that I'm going to be taking the same kind of swings, just letting it go, trying to make some big swings with this strategy, guys.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Try to play with some house money. I got no problem with playing house money.
What's the picture quality like, guys? What's the picture quality like? It's saying something weird on my YouTube thing, but let me know how the stream quality is.
You're good to go, bro. You're
Okay.
good.
Good.
Perfect stream.
All right, so yeah, looking at TLRY, CRON, and TNXP, these are my 3 biggest watches. Gonna look for the overextended short on these, with TNXP maybe down to this 120 level, and I might have to take a little bit larger sizing if I do take that trade. And so we'll see, but that's what I'm looking at.
I'm really hoping we can get a push to the 150 at the open for TNXP, and it just rejects like up there in the 155s.
Yeah, I could see that, like right here. Oh no, right here. Yeah, like at 155, 154.
Yep, that's what I'll be looking for. Those are gonna be that's an important level right there. Give me a second, guys. Just getting the call. I'll just be right back.
All right. So let's look to see if I can find anything else. I'm checking out Arian's World stream here. See what else I can find. Check out Arian's World. If you want to see a free trade idea scanner on YouTube. But yeah, kind of a slow morning, honestly. I mean, not that great. We'll see what happens, but not that great here. Just kind of trying to keep an eye on some of these. Look for that fade back down. All right. But yeah, so not too bad here the last few weeks. In the last week, in 2 days I've had one losing day. And so I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. That's a pretty good win rate here. And it's all documented on stream, and so you can go back and watch the old live streams to see if I'm telling the truth. But I'm pretty happy with that. Yesterday I got out with like a $12 or $13 gross profit after I had one losing trade. Ended up coming back from it and kind of turning it around. Good morning, Jose. What's up, Tiny? Lucas, what's up, brother? IDXG Maze. Let's look at IDXG. I don't know. We gotta find these bigger volume stocks. The market's not looking too hot right now. I mean, there's just not that much that looks interesting. And I'm looking at everything. Stock twits, Twitter. TJX. Just trying to look to see if I can find anything else on SnapTrade. SCHW with a gap down. I'll maybe watch this one too. I'm just trying to build up my list here. KSS. Yeah, I just don't know if I have enough stocks on my list to really watch. I mean, we got a few, but a little slow. But I really like TNXP and Cron. Let's see how many of these are actually tradable. All right, so right now I really only have 8 stocks on my watch list. No, I might add more. But if you're part of SnapTrade, I shared it with you this morning. Maybe CGC. Yeah, I'll watch CGC too. I can add that to my watch list. CGC is another one. SJM, JLL, OJILL, gap down. I guess I can watch that one too. StockTwits never works on Chrome for me. It always... Alright, so... I mean, I think that's mostly it this morning. I don't know how much... how many good moves are really going on right now in this market. It's still kind of slow. Honestly, every day I get my hopes up thinking that the volume will come back to the market, and every day I'm disappointed. But there's still some moving, so all is not lost. We have TOPS gapping up some if you like the little cheaper stocks. All right, so let's check the watch list, see how many of these are actually tradable. Sorry, I'm moving a little slow. All right, TLRY is tradable, good. CORN is tradable, good. TNXP is tradable, nice. CGC is tradable, good. FN is tradable. TOL is tradable. SCHW is tradable. KSS is tradable. I think we went over CGC already. JILL is not tradable, so that's 1. 2 for LLEX isn't tradable. 3, so 3 out of 11 are not tradable, so 8 out of 11 are. That's not too bad. Most of these I can trade. That's good to see. All right. Oh, see, it's not. I thought I was the only one too, Tiny. Hey, appreciate you letting me know. What's up, James? How you doing, brother? TNXP. I mean, I think it's already ran. Uh, Honestly, I'm looking at the opposing side of it, down to at least 120, maybe 118 for a short. Especially, really, I'm looking for it under this 136 level down to 120. So I want to short it and take advantage of this move here. Maybe set a risk, and this is all if it does the VWAP fade around this levels. Risk can be set at the $0.50 at 150. You know, that's kind of the plan. But yeah, CRON, we'll see where that one goes.
What's going on, guys? I'm back. All this pot talk, I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking about.
What's pot? I don't even know what pot is. I'm joking, by the way. I know what pot is.
I hope so.
Whoa. Appreciate the $20 dono, JE. Hey, man.
Oh, JE in the house.
Appreciate it, brother. That's out of nowhere, man, but really, really appreciate it, JE. I don't even know if I've ever talked to you, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Let me know if you ever need help with anything, man. I'll do my best to help. But that's crazy.
James wants to know the watch list. James, if you scroll up, I think he already put it
Here you
up.
go.
I know I put
Oh,
up
no,
mine.
I didn't put up mine yet, actually.
All right.
It's kind of I couldn't even find really more than 8 stocks to trade. Here's my watch list. Sorry about that, James. But hey, $900 gain, brother. That's awesome, man.
Good job, man.
$900 gain on CGC yesterday. Congrats, brother. All right, so I don't know if something's wrong with.
Winter is coming.
Oh, dude, I'm pumped, man. I was PO'd that they procrastinated it another year, man. I don't see the $20 dono anywhere. It says somebody just donated $20 and then it disappeared.
Boom. Got pulled back like a fish. Like,
I mean,
gonna get it. Think you're gonna
right.
get it.
Luckily, since it was a donation, I can check PayPal and see if it's sent already.
Hey, it's all good. I'm sure there'll be a next one on the way anyways.
Yeah, I mean, if not, I'm
really.
No, he really
watching,
did it.
guys.
Appreciate it, Jose. Appreciate it, brother.
CGC, guys. CGC is really where it's at, man. All this pot talk, man. So really, I did kind of a little research, looking into this, really what's going on, guys. And it's really all down to Constellation brand STZ making. They kind of went a little bit crazy here, guys. Invested $4 million or $5 billion in Canadian money in CGC. And this is actually a company that I actually know about after visiting Denver last week, a week ago. And then when you really look into this stock, it actually has a lot of good products and brands behind them. They also have Leaps by Snoop. Everybody knows Snoop Dogg over there. And what they did is they actually have now up to, I think it was about 34% ownership of the company now. So, I mean, that's pretty big that they're taking, that big of a risk. And when you think about Constellation Brands, this is actually one of the strongest brands here in the United States when it comes to like beers and drinks and stuff like that.
CGC?
Yeah, so CGC is They got invested by STZ.
Hmm. Okay.
So they took a share stake in them.
You said
A
they had.
pretty,
You said they had national spending on Bud.
yeah. They pretty much they took a 5 billion Canadian dollar investment in their weed.
Hey man, that's national spending I support. You know.
Yeah, that's spending for a whole country right there, man.
Right.
It's supporting Canadian,
Yeah,
a
for sure.
Canadian high.
Yeah, I have it, Jose. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, I checked, man. Yeah, man, really appreciate it. Really appreciate the support, brother. So means a lot, brother. If you ever need help with anything, let me know. And yeah, man, if you want to be on our Skype conference this upcoming Sunday, last Sunday we had Manny there with Mitch and I talking about strategies and stuff. And so if you want to be included, let us know. I'll add you to the list, and we can just build up a decent Skype conference. Yeah, for sure, man. That's a big donation too, brother. I really appreciate it. Awesome, awesome donation, man. Means a lot, really does. But yeah, so somebody said they want to donate $100. I mean, Robert, don't feel any pressure to, brother. You know, but if you want to, that's great. But don't feel any pressure, man.
Yeah. You might get John taking some bigger swings though, I'll tell you that.
I appreciate the subscribe, T Walker. Appreciate it, brother. Welcome in. So yeah, let's go over the news. Today's news is brought to you by SnapTrade. Let's pull it up. And so yeah, I've been sharing my watch list with everybody via SnapTrade each morning. I think what people with SnapTrade though, it doesn't actually like. If you want to see my watch list each morning, my shared watch list each morning, you go to SnapTrade and you just go over. You go to SnapTrade and you just go over to watch list, and you can see some people are sharing their watch list with me. I'm sharing my watch list with some people. Maybe lagging a little bit here. All right, we'll go back to that once it's working a little bit better. But yeah, look at TLRY and CRON. Are all of these cannabis stocks?
Hendrix, get out of there. Hold on a second, my cat.
Yeah, Seven. I tried to send you a message. You never got back to me on Discord, brother. So yeah, let me know on Discord, brother. I tried to send you a message. You too, Tiny. I tried to send Tiny one too. See if we could have everybody there. But yeah, no worries. I think it's something we're planning on doing at least once every Sunday. But yeah, we'll be trying to take advantage of some of these gaps here. CRON up to 828.
All right, guys. You guys could check out this news article. This is where I read up on CGC. Um, it definitely talks about, I think, a good explanation on why it's up.
What's up, Coolio? Good morning, brother. Good morning, James.
I put up that link, John. If you want to check out that link, you can use that as the news for CGC.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
They also have a warrant. They have warrants that they can increase stake by a further additional 4.5 billion. All right, guys, my coffee's over there ready. I'm gonna go grab it. I'll be right back.
All right. All right. So yeah, not too shabby here. Yeah, no worries, Toddy. No worries. So yeah, so let's look up why some of these are moving. The first one I'm looking up is CRON. Yeah, my watch list page isn't working for SnapTrade, but I'm still gonna look the news up with them. But first, I'm looking up CORN here. CORN, a cannabis stock. It does have some press releases. All right, so they announced provincial supply agreements. Yeah, so it's announcing its initial supply agreements for retail distribution, both government and operated and private, across Canada for the upcoming launch of the recreational market in October of this year for Canada. So it's secured listings and signed binding master supply agreements with both Ontario Cannabis Retail Corporation and BC Liquor Distribution Branch. So yeah, signed a few agreements getting ready for the launch in October. And that's why CRON is up, CORN. So yeah, signed some agreements here for a few deals made for CORN in preparation for the launch this upcoming October. And so that looks interesting. Going to look at CGC now, CGC. But yeah, I see what y'all mean with all the cannabis stocks. All right, so yesterday some news came out with about CGC that they were selected as an approved supplier by the Ontario Cannabis Store, and so I think that's why it's moving. Yeah, they also announced approval of over 100 product listings in Ontario, and this was all yesterday. So good news for CGC as well. We'll see what that one goes.
Yeah. I want to add to it. So with that, so if you really look into it, like I always say, you got to see what the real news in this one. This one's having multiple news put out, and it's just kind of getting like, kind of a media push. Everyone's looking at this stock now, guys. Everyone's looking at this. This really came from the last week's momentum. When STZ Constellation Brand announced that $5 billion, it's a $4 billion USA investment in the Canadian-based cannabis leader. They already owned 9.9%
Which
stake.
one are you talking about?
CGC.
Okay.
Look, I'm reading from exactly the link I put up.
Okay.
If you clicked into that link, you'll see where you guys. At the bottom, you guys will see when it talks about canopy growth float much higher. So you'll see that also it has warrants out that STZ can also use to get even higher. But now their stake in this company is a whopping 38%.
That's big.
That is huge, guys. That is huge. And this is not a small brand here, guys. Constellation Brand owns so many beers and wines. I think about like half of the cooler at 7-Eleven is gonna be from Constellation Brands.
That's crazy. CHFS, IGC. Yeah, give me a second. CHF. I looked at CHFS earlier. It doesn't look too bad.
I'm going to be really watching CGC though today, guys. The important level that I want to see break down is that 3880 range. 3880s is going to be an important thing here, guys. I've been watching it all morning long. It did a little fake breakout there, guys, and just didn't really keep going. So let's see if it really does want to keep going near the bell.
Hey, Matt. Appreciate the $5 donation, brother. New to trading, appreciate the videos. Yeah, thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support, Matt. If you need help with anything, brother, let me know, man. But yeah, really appreciate the support, bro. Means a lot, man. Appreciate the continued support, guys. Yeah, look at IGC. IGC is one that somebody just mentioned here. If you look at IGC, it's a little bit cheaper of a stock, but it is having a breakout right now, up to 60 cents or so.
Perfect. That actually, if you look at my watch list, I included that one.
Yeah, it's up to 60 now. It's kind of a picture perfect breakout.
Yep, that's it's actually sympathy from these stocks, from the weed stocks.
From the cannabis stocks. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate the sub, Abdul. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I was looking at that one to break out today. So
Yeah, who
And
get this? Who get
that's
this?
one that I can take some crazy share size, guys. If I do go into IGC, looking to grab like 10,000 shares.
Yeah, I mean it's cheap enough to where I mean if I jump into it, honestly, just because this is kind of out of my price range, it's under $1. It's around 50 cents. If I do take a position, it's going to be something really small, like 200 shares, two, maybe 300, but that's still small in the grand scheme of things. So that's kind
Hmm.
of what I'm looking at.
Yeah, when you talk about penny stocks, you're talking about 10, 20 cent gains max. I'm looking at.
Right. All right, so TNXP is the next one I'm looking at. Toxic or Tonics Pharmaceuticals. That would be a terrible name. Toxic Pharmaceuticals.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, that's what you can call for this company.
Yeah. Tonics Pharmaceuticals. Um,
I don't see much from them. Um,
I mean, it presented results in retrospective analysis of two double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled 12-week studies on their biodrug Tonmya, which is which is for military-related PTSD. And so they did present their results for the analysis of two double-blind studies, randomized placebo-controlled 12-week studies with their bio drug. And so interesting here, it must have had positive results for TNXP. This is the bottom left stock we're looking at. And so we'll see where this one goes as well. Curious to see that one too. Another one I'm looking at is FN. I think these other ones are earnings. If you look at FN, gapping up from 44 to 47.25. Let's see if we can find anything on it real quick. A few downgrades. So good quarter four earnings that beat the expectations, and strong quarter one guidance is why FN is up. So yeah, earnings play. That's kind of what I thought. Another one is TOL. I'm guessing this is earnings too. TOL, bottom right chart. So yeah, they put it's earnings. So they reported good earnings. Net income was 193.3 million or $1.26 per share diluted. Um, in the third quarter of last year, their net income was 148 million, so much lower than that. So they did increase that a decent amount. Um, Pre-tax income was 253 compared to 203. So yeah, good earnings, good revenue for TOL. We'll see where that one goes. Also looking at KSS, which is kind of a little choppy here, but it's moving some. Appreciate the sub, Coletti. Appreciate it, brother. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, KSS. Oh my gosh, if my wife doesn't stop calling me. Hold on, guys. All right, sorry guys, my wife keeps calling me. Anyway, so KSS is I'm guessing this is an earnings play for KSS as well. Or no, I'm looking at KSS. This will be the last one I'll look at. And this is good quarter two earnings. Man, so many press releases out on it. All right, so yeah, this was good earnings as well. They shifted comparable sales up 3.1%. Fiscal comparable sales increased 4.3%. Gross margin increased 42 BPS and raised earnings per share guidance. And so good revenue, good earnings for KSS. And yeah, that's about it this morning, guys. A few other small ones, but look at IGC still pushing up, still moving here. We'll see where this one goes. Curious to see how that one moves. So Jonathan Ray's, At Mitch knows more about the TC 2000 than I do. He's definitely more familiar with it. I've never used it, and so you want to, he wants to. You should get him to answer that one. I just don't know. I don't know anything about it, brother.
Yeah, so TC 2000 is actually a great charting program. What I like about it is I used to use always their paper trading. They have great free access to their paper trading. Um, and what I use for moving averages, it all depends. You got your daily, you got your intraday charts. On a daily, you could use something like a 200, 100, a 50. On intraday, I would recommend a 9 EMA and the VWAP. Um, why I wouldn't recommend more moving averages intraday is that I saw um, time in, time out. The more moving averages I set, the more complicated my trading. And I want to kind of keep it more simple. So I try to stick to more of a VWAP or 9 EMA strategy there. I am watching the tape guys on CGC guys, and it really tanked through that 39.25 there, guys. And then there was this big order that went through there, guys. 3,950 shares went through there. This is why I have my time in sales guys that captures these big orders. I don't even have to pay attention to it. It's just there. It's stuck there. 926.47. Lets me know the exchange, lets me know what the bid and the ask was. It was only separated by 3 cents. Showed me that the bid size was 56 and it blew right through it. So that's going to be a very important level to see if it can reject again. So I'm actually even going to set a horizontal line on that so that I know how important that price level is. So now I'm trying to see if it can bounce off these 38.80s near the open, guys. We don't want it to get through there too fast there, guys. We want it to hold on for a second.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm going to look to short it. I mean, these are all, depending on how the cannabis sector acts today, I'm looking to short some of these. Kron is up a ton, but I mean, it's got good news. I'm definitely not holding a short position, for any significant amount of time, just because I think since cannabis is legalized in Canada starting in October, I don't want to toy with that. There's no way I'm holding these things longer than like a few minutes.
TNXP there, rejecting 53 there, went up to 52 and rejected. We were talking about that. I was looking for a rejection in that area. It's kind of what I like to see, especially near the open. So CGC is bouncing there, up there to the 9 EMA, and just kind of closed down there. Yeah. Bounced to the 9, came back down. Let's see if it holds this VWAP, tries those 39.25s, and can get above it. I would actually like for it to get above and then fail near the open to get past that 39.40s, where you see 44, 45, that area.
Yep.
That's what I would really like it to do. I would like it to hold VWAP here, fail that, and then just start tanking down. Because if it hangs out here at the bottom, you see, where did it go to, guys? The bottom right here, 38.80.
5 seconds, guys. 5 seconds. Good luck, everyone. Somebody asked my wallet size. I'm trading with $13,730 in equity right now. There's the bell, but that's just the buying power I have. Watching TNXP, IGC, CRON, KSS a little bit here, CHFS.
TLRY opened up on the long side.
Yeah, it's up to 39.60s, 39.80s. All right, so CGC is underneath the VWAP. This looks interesting. Also, same thing with TNXP here. I want to see a little bit of a bearish trend before I start considering the VWAP fade short position on it. So want to see a little bit of a wash originally at the open. Don't want to, want to see a bearish trend. It's all about the bearish trend. Yesterday, a lot of stocks fell, and so today might be a rebound day in the overall market. We'll see. A lot of stuff pushing up already, honestly. Look at TLRY. Mitch brought that one up.
Yeah, I wish I could trade this stock, but I can't trade it. CVSI. That looks nice for a nice little VWAP fade today, guys. but can't trade it.
Yeah, at least down to 340 on that one, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks like a beautiful setup for it. We'll see if we're right. Bounce to $4 would be perfect, man.
All right, there you go. We got that bounce to VWAP at the open, and now it's breaking through the support there, guys. Guys, what did it reject there, guys? Those 39.25s there, guys. I should have gone in there, guys. Just wasn't fast enough. Wasn't thinking about it, guys. But I knew the important level. I just didn't visualize the trade there, guys. That's where I should have hammered it. Back to the support. Would have nailed it.
All right, looking at TNXP and CGC here for a bounce to the VWAP. Still got some time. TLRY as well. TLRY, looking for a bounce back to the VWAP on TLRY here. I gotta figure out what share size to take. There it is. I'm gonna jump in with 50 shares right here on TLRY if I can. Set the 39.50 area as my risk.
I'm watching Crone, guys.
All right, so there's a pullback. Looking for a little bit bigger of a wash here. It's so spready right now, but all right, I'm out for a $26 gain. That was really quick, and I missed the big drop.
I missed Crone there, guys. I put out an order for 821 there, guys.
Honestly,
821. That was a nice trade. That was a nice trade there.
I'm really disappointed in myself here. I got out at 28.80 or 38.80, and it immediately dropped to 38.30 right after that.
Too much stress on you, brother.
Yeah,
I
man.
could hear it. I could hear it.
Honestly, it was the way my my profit and loss was acting, right? Like before I jumped in this trade, I didn't realize how big the spread was, and so as soon as I jumped in, I was down $15, and I was kind of like, "What's going on here?" And then it just started swinging back and forth, and so I'm happy with this, almost $30 gain. I'll definitely take it 4 minutes into the market day, but I wish I would have held it a little bit longer. It's something I got to work on for sure. But nice little VWAP fade there. You can see I set my risk in this trade at 39.50. And so, not too shabby there. I'll take it for sure. Looking at CRON, got a little bit of a cushion on the day now. Look at CRON though, Mitch. If it pulls back to the VWAP here it goes. There's the pullback to the VWAP on CRON.
I'm trying to get short here on CRN. There you go.
Yeah, there's the pullback to the VWAP exactly.
Oh my God, it didn't feel me there. Now I'm filled.
Okay, good.
All right, guys. Position there at 820s, risking off the 830s.
Yeah, I think 830. What is this? 832 is a good exit. Is a good risk area. It maybe just be a 1-to-1 trade though. So reward is at 805. It's a little bit better than 1-to-1 if you were to get in at these highs right here at the 20s. Also, look at CGC pulling back here. TNXP just kind of went on a big, this thing kind of just rocketed up here. Here's the pullback on CGC as well. CGC.
Not liking how it's holding above that VWAP, guys.
There's the push up. Mine's not holding above the VWAP quite yet.
There it
Um,
is.
Now's the spike back up. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get out there, guys. Like I said, it was holding above that VWAP there, guys.
Yeah, everything's kind of the cannabis stocks are starting to kind of spike back here. Look at FN. I'm looking at FN for a pullback to the VWAP. FN. The spread's a little gnarly on that one though. Also KSS, maybe a VWAP rejection here. Um, and CGC is right around the VWAP here, but with all these other cannabis stocks starting to get squeezed up, CGC actually looks really good here. But with, like I said, with all these other cannabis stocks starting to push up, um, we'll see where this one heads. See if it starts to get squeezed here. If it holds at 30, at 39. Kind of a choppy, weird day in the market though right now. Look at SCHW, Mitch. SCHW. It might be pulling back to the VWAP here. SCHW.
All right, still watching Crone. I'm just gonna stick with Crone. I feel like this stock is gonna come right back down, guys.
I really like this setup on SCHW. And also KSS.
Look at Crone reversing there, red to green,
Yeah,
all the
man.
way up there.
I think it's a long day, brother.
Yeah, man.
Everything's kind of spiking up here, except for TNXP. TNXP monster pullback here on TNXP, and it may be a time for a VWAP rejection on TNXP. But the other cannabis stocks are spiking up pretty big here. IGC starting to pull back some as well. There goes CGC breaking the pre-market high on CGC. Maybe look for a pullback on TNXP up to the VWAP at 147, and then obvious risk area you could set is 153, 152. Watching that. Also, look at KSS. It's a little bit more expensive than we usually trade, but KSS may have an opportunity to pull back to the view up here. Here's the possible pullback to the VWAP, maybe on KSS. It's got to get up to 77 for me to like it. Big pullback on TLRY. Nice, Lindsay. Congrats. Good job. Nice trades. GTEC is one Lindsay's talking about. GTEC. I'm not showing anything for GTEC. Which one are you talking about? GTEC? GTEC. I'm not showing anything on mine for GTEC. Look at FN, Mitch. Ooh, look at FN, brother. FN is right there. Barely missed it, I think, man.
Ooh, that's a crazy spread though.
Oh, never mind, brother. Sheesh, man. That's 70-cent spread on that one, dude. No, thank you. Look at KSS, maybe, Mitch. KSS. And look at TNXP for a possible VWAP rejection here on TNXP. But yeah, there was the rejection on FN. It did it nicely. It followed that pattern. Yeah, if you want to see what I'm looking at here, I'm looking at FN. Yeah, TLRY and CRON. TLRY and CRON are very similar, and CGC, so they're all following each other. But yeah, if you want, look at FN. FN was the one I'm talking about, but the spread's just too gnarly. But look at this VWAP fade. Beautiful bearish trend, pull back to the VWAP, and then a wash. But like Mitch said, the spread's just too gnarly, man. Right now, the spread is not that bad. It's still 30 cents, but that's still pretty bad. I'm watching KSS here. KSS. There's the wash on TNXP for that VWAP rejection that I was looking for. Looking at KSS here. Yeah, beautiful VWAP rejection on TNXP.
Yeah, and that FN also. That was nice.
Yeah, man, the spread's just too gnarly. The spread's a little bit better now. It's 19 cents on it, but the entry's just not there.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, FN followed it, man. FN did the VWAP fade. The spread was just too gnarly on that one, though. SCWH. SCHW ended up reversing, coming back up. And I'm watching TOL here for a possible fade. TOL.
TLRY breaking out there.
Yeah, a lot of these cannabis stocks are kind of going crazy here. They're going a little supernova. Not supernova, but they're pushing up with strong volume. Like I said, they're looking for the fade a little bit on KSS here. It's washing. KSS had a nice little fade. Didn't quite get up to the VWAP, but a very obvious risk area of 77 cents. So what you doing, brother? You in anything? You down on
Yeah,
the day?
no, a little bit. I'm trying to get in, trying to average in here on Crone here. It's rejecting there from the top.
KSS testing these lows. What's up, Warfa? Good morning, brother.
All right, now I'm pretty up on Crone. My entry is 54, guys.
What's up, insurance? How you doing, brother? No, the purple line, Abby, is the VWAP. That's kind of what I use to guide the VWAP fade, right? And so if you look at the VWAP fade here, the latest one I'm looking at is KSS. Bearish trend, pull back to the VWAP here,
Yo, somehow.
and then wash back down. That's kind of
Hey
what I'm looking for.
guys, I had to be quiet there because I had to focus in, guys. I went from being down early in Crone 200 to now I'm up 30, guys.
Nice, brother.
I
Hey,
shorted it again in the 60s and in 54s Crone, but it was level two shorting, so I didn't want to call it out for you guys, especially seeing as it's not necessarily the same strategy. It's shorting a high, a move that's shooting up and then shorting it on the way down. Saw it break down those 860s, then I shorted some at 860. I re-shorted at 854, added there at 857. I had a total about 1,125 shares with an average of 54, and I took some out there at 33s and 34s.
good trade, brother. Good trade.
Was able to make 30 bucks.
Look at FN. FN is kind of bouncing back, and CRON may be a VWAP rejection here.
I think it might just tank too. I should have held a little bit of shares. I was looking for a bounce to the 850s again. Look at that thing. Should have held maybe a little bit of shares.
Yeah, I'm looking at CSS or KSS. It did a nice little fade here that I was looking at. Like if you look at the bottom right chart, this is the VWAP fade setup. Bearish trend, pull back to the VWAP, and then you plan to take partial at the low of the day, in this case 76, and you ride the rest out. Didn't jump into it, but it looked okay. Also, look at FN, Mitch. FN may be fading back to the VWAP, pulling back to the VWAP here. Also, CRON is underneath the VWAP at this point. We'll see where this one heads.
Hey, I'm back in the game, guys. That's time to drink some coffee,
Right.
relax, get refocused. Guys, sometimes you can do that, man. You can make a mistake and you can get actually back in the game. And instead of, letting it, just really kill me emotionally, I just tried to really focus in on nailing the second time that I was going to get into this stock. Looking for a VWAP push closer to 845 so I could risk off of 850s for a bounce up there.
I appreciate the sub, Darren. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate the sub, Suranath. Appreciate it. Welcome, guys.
I had a feeling this stock had a little chat room pump action.
Kron?
Yeah,
Nah,
just
man.
seeing as well, I mean 10 million volume. the way that it rejected up there in the 80s, it should have held to the 9, but it just started tanking.
I mean, yeah,
And
the
you see at
volume.
the open, goes to 850, just tanks down all the way to 810.
Yeah, the volume's substantially higher than it's been, but
And
this is just.
the gap's a huge gap.
And look, here's a pullback to the VWAP if you want a VWAP rejection on
Mm-hmm.
Cron.
I'm looking for a little bit above it, just a little bit above it. Instead of looking for the VWAP here, I've seen it pop pretty strongly there, so I want it to pop just slightly on it. Then the ass will go above it, and then I can nail on it.
Right.
Don't want to jump way too hard into this one because I've already gotten bounce squeezed on this one.
Look at FN, Mitch. Maybe a little late, but FN pulling back to the VWAP. I think the chances of getting squeezed on
I'm
FN.
watching I also. I and here. Always watching those two stocks.
Yeah, man, they've shown the propensity to be able to continue
Consistently
to
trading them.
Right.
Yeah, consistent trading. You just have to be careful on their long days, but when they fade pretty well.
Right, for sure.
So you see it rejected those that VWAP there, guys. You might have been dead on, John, on that entrance right there.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's still. I don't know if it's pulled back enough to justify. I mean,
Let's see
there it
it
goes.
bounce off the support here and see if it bounces or if it just floods through.
I mean, the entry was there, very obvious risk level of 45, and so from 38 to 45 would be a 7-cent risk. Potential reward at this low at 818, so from 840 to 818. Better than 2-to-1 risk to reward on this one. If you would have gotten in on this VWAP pullback to the VWAP at 838, not too shabby there. Kicking myself for not taking it, but doesn't look too bad. There goes TLRY, which is cracking under as well. And so watch these guys because the overall cannabis sector is following these. There's 21s.
There you
19s.
go. Look at CGC start cracking. So 39.50s a bounce there in that area I'm looking for CGC and TLRY. Let's see if we can find a good spot.
Yeah, there's Cron breaking under 813.
40's the spot or 39.90s for TLRY. So what we're looking for is a bounce to the VWAP for TLRY and a bounce above the VWAP for CGC.
Yeah, it would have been a nice entry at that 835 level I was talking about, but VWAP rejections, I just don't trust as much. You know what I mean? The VWAP fade has consistently made me money. The VWAP rejection, the good thing, here's the thing, different setups have different accuracy rates, right? Some setups are going to be more reliable than others, right? But some setups have really good risk to reward, even though they may not be as reliable, and so they're still not bad trades to look at. And then some setups have worse risk to reward, but they're more reliable, and so you could still look at those as well. The key is finding setups that have both, right? And then just taking advantage of that. Those are the A+ setups that you get into,
Without a doubt.
CVSI. A lot of people talking about CVSI.
Man, I wish I would have kept some of that Crone. Probably could have made the account just for this move right here.
Yeah, there's the wash, man.
There's the $500 almost.
No FOMO, brother. No FOMO.
No, it's more.
It's FOMO.
You were right on that that VWAP.
The
I should
rejection.
have nailed that VWAP. Yeah.
Yeah, the VWAP rejection.
I should have tried it. It was just more. I didn't want to get squeezed again above that one.
Right. I mean, if you guys want to see what we're talking about here, these are two good examples of it, okay? So if you look at KSS, this is a VWAP fade, right? Bearish trend, pull back to the VWAP, and then a continuation wash. Now, if you look at CRON, this is a VWAP rejection, which is bullish trend, pull back to the VWAP, wash again. It still hasn't. A good way to understand it is that the VWAP rejection typically happens before a stock breaks the low of the day. Right, KSS is a good example of the fade, and this happens after it breaks the low of the days down here at 77. And so you can see the entry with The entry with Cron would be right here in this white shaded area. And then the entry with KSS would have been right here in this white shaded area. So VWAP rejection at the top, VWAP fade at the bottom. And that's the difference.
I'm watching this crappy stock Jivo.
There you go, Phoenix. I didn't even realize you asked that, Phoenix, to explain the difference between the fade and the rejection. But yeah, that's it. Like, Cron is
I
a
missed
rejection.
it right there on CGC 52s. 52s right there. I saw it on there. I just looked to the left for a second. That's probably where I would have shorted there. 52s off that last red candle.
Look at
So
KSS.
71 as my stop.
Look at KSS, Mitch. It's pulling back. It's right at the VWAP right now. I don't know if you want to take that one, but it's right around the VWAP here. You could set your risk at the previous high of the last VWAP test at 77. And there's the fade back down. There it is, brother.
I didn't get filled. I didn't get filled.
Called it out, man. Called it out. I'm trying to get you
fill.
that free account, brother. I'm trying to get you that
No
free account.
fill,
Man.
bro. No fill. I tried to hammer also CGC at 50 there. It was the perfect trade. I called it out, man. That was it right there, guys. Look at that. 52s off of 60s. Look at that move, guys. Perfect trade. I had it.
Yep.
I'm just starting to look at too many stocks. That's what's happening to me there, guys. Look at that.
Hey, man, let it build your confidence, though, brother. You and I have been right.
TLRY. Look, the key was I saw TLRY just taking down, so that gave me confidence in that entry there for CGC.
KSS is right back up there if you're interested in it. KSS, it's right up there to the 50s.
All right, let me see the 5-minute chart on that. Okay, 5-minute chart says it's still in another trend. It's not in that 1-minute trend that you're looking at. Pull up the 5-minute chart and you're gonna see a big pattern, big triangle pattern. It needs to crack down below these 75.22s down there.
I think the 5-minute looks good. 5-minute view I fade too. The reason I like it is you could set a risk at the high of the previous fade, which is at 76.80. Potential reward at the low of the day at 75.50. That's why I like it. It's good risk to reward. But I mean, I think somebody else mentioned this. The thing that the good thing about this is that Mitch and I are two different traders, right? We trade differently, and that's okay. Every trader trades differently than another one. And so, you know.
All right, guys. I'm short on Jivo, guys. Short on Jivo there, guys. I saw share size go through there, 7,175 shares there at 370s. Got my starter on there, looking for it to crash down, and I'll stop out at 85, guys. See if this can come down here, guys. Just crack down.
T and XP moving back to the VWAP, somebody says. Yeah, T and XP for a VWAP rejection, possibly. It's right around the $0.50, Mitch, if you look at T and XP. But I think you're in a position already, huh?
Yep, and I'm also one that you can watch if you want. I rejected that long pattern. Is now doing the fade. Probably going to come up to the VWAP.
The volume's just too low on it, brother.
I
At least
hear
for
you.
me. You know, just for me. I just don't like... The volume's just too low for me to want it. IGC ended up cracking under the lows. Didn't really give you an entry, though. But yeah, there's the pullback to the VWAP on I. I just like to see more volume with it. Yeah, look, there it goes. TLRY. Another VWAP rejection. Cracking the lows. Let's see it get down
There
to this
you go.
low of the day.
There
Beautiful,
you go,
brother.
Jivo.
There you go.
All right, got to cover a little bit of shares here just in case it bounces back. I went in with 2,000 shares, so trying to cover 500 shares here. Covered 500 shares there. Now I'm up $50. Now I'm going to let this other 1,500 shares see if it just can crack down there.
XXII.
You see why I paid myself, guys? Immediately paying myself gave me an ability now to relax a little bit. I paid myself a little bit, and now it's back at that 370, but the bid is on the side that I just got out on. So now what I want to see is that shorter that shorted 7,100 shares. I want him to see him double in there, start adding shares to that short. You saw CGC, man. It went right back to the VWAP. You could have got that ad, nailed that trade.
Yeah, it did.
That's like literally, that's picture
Right here.
perfect. Going down, bouncing back, could have added the shares right back to the support. There's the shorter jumping in there a little bit more there, guys. All right, let's see if we can get this to crack down to the 60s. A lot of share size rolled through there. 3,000s, 3,000s, 3,000 shares, 3,000 shares, a whole bunch of shares just rolling through there on Jivo. I'm looking for it to break these 365s, get down to those 360s. You guys see anything else moving? Anything nice?
Um, IGC, but it's too cheap for me. But IGC's pulling back to the VWAP. Looks like a good VWAP fade here. But it's a little bit too cheap for me, bro. But I could see it. Also, CGC maybe for a pullback to the VWAP again, but it's tested it and done this so many times already. Um, you know, it may be a little late for that one. But IGC, if you like trading these cheaper stocks, is pulling back to the VWAP.
There you go, guys. Pushing on those 65s there, guys. Now down to the 66 there, guys.
But man, FN just continued to fade off the VWAP over and over again.
65s rolling through there, guys. That's what I want to see. Now let's see it crack down and get to the 60s.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering, Mitch is holding the top right chart in Jivo here, going short. What's your entry?
My entry was 370. I paid myself out at 366, 500 shares.
Do you want to stream
Taking
your?
a little bit.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, I don't have no problem with that.
Okay. All right, Mitch is gonna share his screen, guys, so you'll be able to see him in the trade.
Boom. There you go, guys.
I gotta fix the quality a little bit. There we go. All right, there's Mitch in the trade now.
All right, guys. Looking for this to crack down those 65s here, guys. What I really saw here, guys, was this. I'm going to pull it down so you guys can see the order that I saw. This is why I shorted it, guys. That 7,000 shares right there.
And if you
So
guys
I'm
are wondering,
seeing it bounce a little bit there on 65s. So what I want to do here is I want to maybe decrease my risk here.
and like we said yesterday, if you're wondering why Mitch is on a demo account, Mitch is doing the 5-day TradeNet challenge, and so he's trying to win himself a free Tef's account, and so that's why it's a demo account. He has a regular account as well because the challenge is up tomorrow, and so on Thursday he'll be back, or if he's trading Thursday, but
Yeah,
the rest
Friday
of the week,
I'll be back.
Friday he'll be back to use his regular account. But yeah, he's trying to win a free Tef's account, and so that's what he's doing here.
Yep, I'm trying to see this stock get hammered, guys. There you go, 65s getting pushed there. Let's see if we can get through there. 64s there, guys. Boom. Let's go. All right, some shares are going through there at 64. So what I'll do is 500. It's very low share size there. Let's see if it cracks it right here. 65. I'm going to take another 500 out there, guys. Pay myself a little bit, relax with 1,000 shares. I'm up $45 realized, and I got that unrealized of 50. Now let's see it work. Boom.
There we go.
There you go, guys. Now
So
60.
what are you
I'm
up
gonna
on
take
your,
out 500.
What are you up on your Tefs account right now?
All right, guys. I'm taking out right there 90. I'll show you it right now. We are up. Um, let's see, live equity 256, something like that.
All right, so you still got another 250 to make.
Yep. So I'm pushing all day long, guys. I
You
don't mind pushing it, guys.
you got this,
I'm
bro.
gonna I'm gonna hold this position though, guys. I feel like this can get just hammered down, hammered down, hammered down. So I'm seeing these 63s here. What I don't want to see it is back up here by the VWAP, guys. Break even definitely on the rest, but 500 shares, it could snap down to these 350s, and I'll take it. Why not? You see, it's pushing down on those 360s, pushing, pushing. Let's see if we can crack those 360s. This is where I took profit before on 61. Oh, CGC with another VWAP rejection.
Look at
Just
there.
trying to cash in there over and over again.
I don't mean to say I told you so, but look at KSS, brother.
Yeah, I mean, let me know, bro. Nail that.
I'm trying to win you that free account, brother. I'm trying to win you that free
Hey,
account.
there's those 58s. There's those 58s. Let's see if some size goes through there. There you go. 2,000 shares there.
Ooh,
Boom, down
there
to
you go.
53.
There you go,
There you
man.
go. I'm going to put my order to get out there at 54.
Yeah, don't be too rigid with it, man. Exit if you're close to your exit, because it could bounce here.
Yep. I'm looking for that move right here. If it doesn't get down there, I can always change it out. So what you do is look at the, like 63 would be it. I can cancel it and then hit this one if I wanted to really get out. But I think that we're gonna get a nice little move right here. You can fill me there at 54s. What I should have done is I should have had the order out there at this support right here, 54.
Just to show you guys what I meant for KSS, look at KSS here. This is, I mean, it almost got to 77, but you could set your risk there as well. Appreciate the sub, Enrique and Michael. What's up, guys? Appreciate the subs. Let's go back to Mitch's.
And if I really wanted to attack it, I could go to the third support.
Yeah, Cryptic. He's shorting the stock, man. So when you short a stock,
all right, looking to take this next little slam down here.
appreciate the sub, Winnie the Pooh. Appreciate it, brother.
7,000 shares went in through there on the bid at 53 there, guys. That was that shorter. Remember, look, guys. So 7,175. 7,543. He's covered some shares there, guys. So I need to be smart here too. I might just take the profit off.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're up good. It's a good trade. Maybe time to. I mean, I don't want to tell you what to do, but you know, nothing wrong with taking profits, brother.
All right, 59's there.
You're gonna have to cancel your order if you wanna.
Yeah, I'll just hit the cancel and then slam it by.
Nice.
Watch, I'll show you guys what I also have. Control tab. Look at that. Disappears. Hotkey cancel. I like that one, right?
Yeah, I do, brother. I need to use that, man, to cancel my stops. You know.
All right, guys. I'm gonna take 300 there. Oh, rejected it there, guys.
Range
Let's
is
see
wrong.
if I can get in there. The range is wrong. That's nice.
Do market out if you need to. Markets actually give me a good feels.
Nah, you just put it up a couple cents.
Nope.
I know what it was. It was that part. Whatever. I'm just gonna get out here, guys. Take my profit.
I'm telling you, man, mark it out, brother. If it's not working, mark it out because it's starting to squeeze up. If that's, I mean, I don't want to tell you what to do, but that's what I would do. It's CFD trading. Oh no.
Range is wrong. All right, perfect. Let's figure this out. So.
Try resetting. Try resetting your. There you go. Range is wrong. What? Range is wrong.
All right.
Well, you're stuck in the trade.
All right, let's figure it out.
Limit day strategy. Limit price. Stop price. Range is wrong. Try restarting your platform, maybe. Yeah, maybe reset your modem, brother.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's have some fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take you off the screen while you log back in.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at KSS, man. It pulled back really nicely to the 75 level. Don't stress it, brother. Don't let it ruin your day, man. You're doing fine, bro.
Oh, without a doubt. Boom, we're out, guys.
Okay.
Up 110.
Mitch is out. Sorry about that, guys. All right. There you go. All
Hey,
right. Hey.
sometimes, hey, we'll learn from that, guys. So I was able to close the platform down there, reopened it, and as soon as I put in the order there, I put it at 65, got out there, guys.
Good work, brother. Good work.
Yeah, I would probably even add in this position if I was still up and I would have been able to take some profit there at 61. I probably would rehammer it here, guys, but I need that re-shorter to get short again. So I'm going to go ahead and take that profit, focus in, and try to get this account, guys. Keep this going.
Oh, what you were doing wrong, Mitch, is you see that implement range box? That was checked.
Oh, that was checked?
I think
there
so.
You go.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it was going on.
It could have accidentally got clicked when I was hanging around here with my mouse.
Right.
But hey, got
man,
through it.
Good game, brother. Good game, man.
Yeah, man. Great game.
You're getting there. Appreciate the sub, Jason, Scapion, Winnie the Pooh. Appreciate the subs, guys. KSS is right around the VWAP again after fading down. And IGC ended up pulling back here, like I said, maybe would be interesting from 55 to 52. Givo pulling back to the VWAP again.
Okay, rejecting those 70s again. It's interesting to rehammer 70s there, guys. But what I'm looking at this stock is that I need to see volume come in it. Remember, I'm looking for a big shorter again. I'm not going to get in it just because of the pattern here. But I'm also looking at other stocks, guys. So, let's start looking around to see what's good.
That's right, Insurance. Insurance says, did the math after today will be 3-day green streak. Can't believe it. Had a 7-day before, then 1 loss, then 3 wins, 1 loss. Getting better, folks. Don't get up. Oh, 100%, man. Mitch and I have been doing better as well, but awesome trades, Insurance. Good work, brother. We're getting there, man. Like today makes it so in the last week, and let's see, what is that? 5, 6, 7 days. In the last 7 trading days, I've had 1 losing day, and I think it was Thursday. So I'm on a 3-day green streak as well. In the last 7 trading days, I've only had 1 red day. The rest of every day has been profitable. And this is all documented live. So you can watch the entire stream. You can see my account balance change day after day. And so there's no way I can fake that here because you guys can see me live.
There's 2,000 shares they're going through there on Givo.
I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed to market orders, Track Racer. Here's the thing. So with TEFs, with TEFS, which is TradeNet's partnering broker, since it's CFD trading, market orders really aren't that bad. Because with CFD trading, you're filled almost immediately no matter what. And so, the good thing about CFD trading is that market orders will get you out at a good price as well most of the time. Now, I still don't trust them as much as limit orders, but I'm not necessarily opposed to market orders, at least on CFD trading. Now, if it was on SureTrader or a conventional broker, Thinkorswim or anything like that, I really don't like market orders just because there's no limit to it. You know what I mean? There's no pun intended. There's no limit to where you're going to get filled, right? And so market makers can fill you anywhere. And that's scary to me. And so I always use limit orders on, I try to use limit orders no matter what. As you can see, I almost always get in on the ask, and on my short positions. And so, and that's fine. I just don't want a limit order. I don't want a market order in, especially if it was a regular brokerage. But with CFD trading, it's not too bad. So I'm not necessarily opposed to market orders. I just think limit orders are a safer entry and exit.
Big order going through there on Chrome.
Yeah, for sure, Insurance. No worries, man. Yeah, man, we're getting there, Insurance. I mean, I think at this point, it's all about the strategies we're using. I think if you trade every day in the market, you start to kind of get a feel of like stocks and like how they move, at least in the current market. And I think that's a necessary part of trading. Is kind of getting an overall feel of the general market, and I think that substantially improves your trading, and I think it's helped mine and Mitch as well, and probably yours, insurance. And so let's just keep at it, guys. My win rate has been spot on. You know,
Without a doubt.
last 2 weeks have been incredible weeks. Definitely starting to build a base here. And yeah, just want to keep it going. I think this is why I started this channel, and so people could see, our journeys as traders. And it's really cool to have to live stream my trades and to let everybody see this this profit streak I've been on. I've been doing really well the last 2 weeks, and I'm just trying to keep it up.
Oh man, I'm trying to do that 10 days straight green, guys. 10 days.
Yeah, market orders on Robinhood. Yeah, for sure. What's up, Fizzle? How you doing? Yeah, it's the cannabis stocks right now, Fizzle, are the ones to watch. At least they're the ones I've been watching.
Look at Tiva.
Look, that's a big... I think there's short-term VWAP fades, and then there's long-term VWAP fades. I think this is the long-term VWAP fade. It's just a big one, man. A big pullback, but I don't know if I trust it. Too much support underneath it, so the risk to reward just wouldn't be there because, if you got in this trade, your risk would be at 25.35. Your potential reward would be way up here at 25.70. So that's not good risk to reward. Worse than 1-to-1.
I tried to get in there.
On Tiva?
Yeah, 40s.
Hey, it's dropping, brother. It's dropping, man, if you are.
Nah, I tried to. I slammed 43s, but it didn't get filled.
Yeah, just be careful because, like I said, the risk to reward isn't there with this one, man. The next risk area would be at 25.70, and that's a long way up. That's 40. 50
I think
cents.
you could. I think what I was looking for was a start position at 43. I was gonna add if it went to 50s, so that I could have a 45 position and I could risk off that 53.
Right. I just drew another one, like from looking at the previous day. Right. Mine. You could
Tiva looks nice.
59 isn't too bad.
Missed that one right there.
Yeah,
I'll look for a bounce to 25.50s. Oh, Crone at 8. Crone for the 8 break. Ooh, missed it.
Cron, CRR.
Yeah, Cron for the 8 break. I saw a big shorter get short at 808. I wanted to hit 8s, and it went right through it, guys. Right through it.
This VWAP
1,000 shares, I would already be taking half of it at 95.
This VWAP projection was perfect, and then Cron. I don't know about an entry with this one, but I like that first VWAP projection up there. This one.
Yeah, the real key is, I always look for those big shorts, man. There was a shorter at 808 with like 8,000, 10,000 shares.
KSS doesn't look too bad either. This is one I've been kind of watching all morning. It's been fading off the VWAP, multiple times, kind of forming a little range.
Look at
that drop, man. Yeah, I see it.
I'm telling you, that eight would have been a good entry because you could have taken some at the support, which is 794 or 795. You take that immediate profit just in case it bounces back in the 8s, and if it doesn't, it just takes off.
Yeah, for sure, man. Beautiful.
It's the whole dollar. That's the only reason why I think that you can jump in there more. You should be jumping in more at that 813, that last bounce. But I am okay with it because when you think about it, the bounce is to 813. You're risking 13 cents. You're going to take a little profit off immediately, and you're probably going to get down to that next support level, which is right here at 84 to 80s.
Somebody mentioned who called out KSS. Fizzle mentioned. I think I called that one out. It was on my watch list this morning. And yeah, it was one I was watching for the fade. You can see the first fade right here was probably the best one, at least in my opinion.
I would have had the account right there on that Chrome one. Let's keep going. Let's focus.
Hey, brother, there's lots of them. Look at FN, but FN I would be very skeptical of because it's the third pullback to the VWAP, but it's been following through with that VWAP fade all day. If you pull up FN, you can see this one's faded off the VWAP multiple times here. Bearish trend, pull back to the VWAP here, wash, Another pullback to the VWAP as the VWAP continues to drop lower, wash, and now it's at its third push of the VWAP. Like I said, though, I'd be a little skeptical of it just because it's the third test. And something I think is true in trading that Mitch talks about is the third push is always a little sketchy. It's always less reliable just because it's kind of like breaking through a wall. Eventually the wall's going to break and it might push up, you know? And so...
Without a doubt.
Yeah, Tiva, I didn't mean to kind of scare you out of that one, but Tiva's washing down too.
I'm telling you, man. That's why I went to it real quick, bro. Yesterday was up. Today, it does a nice fade at the open. Look for it to VWAP reject. It does one touch, two touches, gets above it, and when it comes back down, that first little green doesn't make it back to the VWAP. That's when you go short.
Yeah, for sure. And
it's the rule of three there, man. I'm telling you, man. It's present there. 3 touches to the VWAP.
Oh, I see it.
When it gets above it, it doesn't close anything above it. It's just a wick up there.
And I think it's kind
just
of
a wick.
I think it's one of those things like I was talking about earlier. Like some setups are more reliable and may have a little bit worse risk to reward, but that's okay because they're more accurate. And then some setups have really good risk to reward, but they're not as reliable. And I think TEVA is one of them that it's pretty reliable, but the risk to reward is about 1-to-1. And so you want to take that into consideration, but it's more reliable, obviously. And so it may be able to compensate for that and, washed out really nicely off this VWAP tap.
All right. I want to see if Twitter can go long here. If not, it'll probably crack down pretty hard through 33.50.
You said Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter. I'm all over the place today, guys.
Hey, man, nothing wrong with that, brother. A lot of VWAP tests there on Twitter, a lot of bounces.
Testing my skills today, guys.
TLRY is another one somebody's mentioning. It's about to test the lows here. See if it bounces once it gets there.
Yeah, I don't like shorting at lows, guys.
Yeah, me neither. I need a pullback.
I can't do it. Guys, let me know if you guys see any long setups also, because I like to look at those just for breakdowns also.
Twitter,
Yeah, Twitter's the one. Look, it broke out there, guys. This was that attempt there, guys. You got that third. It went down to the support, held support there at 33.50s, went right back to the resistance, broke it there at 33.65, up there at 33.72s. Now let's see if it comes back and holds 33.62.
Look at SCHW. It's testing the highs of the day and the highs of pre-market and after hours. And if it breaks there, it does have this big gap to fill up here from 50 to at least 51. And so that's one I'm keeping an eye on for a long possibility.
Doesn't look bad. The only thing I would like to find out if it's SSR'd. SSR would work against you, but if it isn't SSR'd here, I think it's a great trade.
Right, for sure.
That's something that sometimes it just affects the way that the stock wants to short, because it's not easily short. People have to borrow shorts,
right,
or short on the bid, and most people don't like to do that.
Yeah.
You see, Crone never got up there to 8. I wanted to short it if it got into 8s again, but you guys see that was perfect short there. You could have nailed that.
So really quick, when I have a little bit of time here, if you today's news and today's watch list was brought to you by SnapTrade. That's SNAPTRADE.US. If you want my watch list shared with you earlier in the market day, I usually share it at about 7:15 a.m., 7 a.m., 7:15, or 8 a.m. market time, I guess. So if you want it shared to you around then, let me know. I can add you to the list and share this watch list with you each morning via SnapTrade. It's a really awesome website that allows you to organize your watch list. It also has a free scanner as well. You can see here it has different pre-selected scans like high gainer volatile, high gainer penny stocks. And so a really cool free website for you to take advantage of. If I want to look at my watch list and see some info on a specific stock, all I have to do is click this. Like if I want to look at Cron here, and it shows me the different moves Cron's made, and it also has a more details page that shows me more historical data about Cron, like when earnings came out, historical prices, the news on why the stock's moving, each catalyst. I can add EMAs.
I tried to short Netflix there at 33880s, guys. Trying to short Netflix.
I can put on candlestick charts. I can go to the homepage, which also has my watch list here. And so a really cool free website for you to check out. It's Snaptrade, SNAPTRADE.US. And you can see all I have to do is scroll over a stock. It shows me when the stock has been making moves, when earnings came out and stuff like that. Plus, if I want to look up the news on the stock, I just have to go to Watchlist for the news, and it shows me my watch list movers in the news and catalysts that caused them. And so a really cool free website. There's also a light theme if you're interested in the light theme, and a blog. But yeah, check it out, Snaptrade. That's SNAPTRAD.US. And like I said, if you want my watch list shared with you each morning on Snaptrade, to see my watch list, all you have to do is log into your Snaptrade account and then go over here, and you can see beginner trading watch list here. Or morning watch is what it's called. But yeah, go check it out, guys. Really awesome free website for you to check out. I'll post the link in the chat.
Look at that Netflix there, guys. I'm on point today, guys. Wanted to short that at 33.80s.
I'll go ahead and
Look at
post
that.
this link.
Netflix. Boom. I am reading level 2s like no tomorrow right now.
Good job, brother.
Yeah, that was just a level 2 reject on a long play.
Yeah, for sure. Chemo, if you want the watch list shared with you each morning on Snaptrade, just send me your email. You want to sign up through Snaptrade, and then send me either your nickname or your email, and I'll share it with you each morning. What's up, Atishay? What's up? Yeah, it does seem like a good day for everybody today, Lindsay. Glad to see everybody making some money today. Not too shabby here. Let me see if I can find anything else that's moving.
Yeah, I'm looking, guys. Let me know, guys. We catch up with the chat, see if anybody has anything there.
Jacob, if I didn't add you, brother, let me know your nickname in Snaptrade. Let me know, Fizzle. Send me your email.
Look at CHW there, breaking through the 50s there, guys. That's why I wanted to just be careful there. I knew that breakout there could be possible, especially SSR. The stock is going to try to fill in some of the gap before it comes back down.
For sure.
It just was too much on the top of the range, and if you look back on like a 15-minute, you'll see that the stock, still has some room to come up there, and then it's going to come down. You can draw a trend line, and then when it finally breaks it, then start looking for it. But
yeah, for sure.
Looking at this stock, Coty. Whole bunch of shares shorted it. My question is why?
R Samuel 21 at Hotmail. Sorry, I'm adding you to the list, Sam. Keegan, so you want to sign up through Snaptrade. The link is in the chat a little bit above you. So you want to sign up to Snaptrade and then send me either the email you use to sign up or your nickname, and I'll add you to the watch list, brother.
What's up with this Coty stock? COTY.
Yeah, I added TOL this morning. Insurance. It's not too bad, man. TOL has been moving.
All right. Bad earnings play.
What was that, Jacob? Yeah, send me your nickname or your email again, Jacob, if I forgot to add you, brother. All right, have a good day, James. You'll bounce back, brother. Don't worry about it, man. Yeah, for sure. Exactly, 7. You'll bounce back, brother. All right, got it, Keegan. I'll add you, man. I'll go ahead and give you an ad. Let's see.
All right, taking a small position short here, guys, on COTY. Got short there, 500 shares there at 11.10 there, guys. Risking off of 16 there. This breaks 11s, I might add.
I'm gonna go ahead and share your screen, Mitch.
Yeah, go for
Or
it.
Mitch, if you want me to close this stream down, and if you want to stream, brother, you can, man. Just let me know.
Yeah, we can do that in right after this trade. Because
Okay.
I just have to set up some things so I can do it, but I'm down.
Yeah, for sure. All right, yeah. So after this trade, guys, Mitch is going to be Whoa, why is it like that? It's like super. Did you zoom in or something, Mitch?
Nah, maybe just close it up. I'll send you another one.
Okay.
Stop sharing. Share screen. There you go. You should be able to see it better now.
Yeah, I got it.
There you go. That's what I wanted to see there. Let's add here.
Why?
No ads going through there. Oh, look at that squeeze. Look at that. That was reversal. Didn't expect to see that one there. All right. Look at that fake out. So 16s is what will get me out here, guys.
Yeah, it'll give you a good risk area right there. That previous high of that that up wick.
Mm-hmm. That was fun last time with that implement range on.
Yeah, man. Don't click that button
Good,
again, bro.
yeah, good thing I was up $100.
Right, for sure.
If not, the pressure would have been on. I actually gone through that situation one time in my life. I'm watching I there, guys, for a VWAP rejection there, but it's really tight, so I'm kind of leaving it alone for right now. Watching this, remember, guys, to close over 11.15s, and I'll just get out. Looking at the time and sales here, guys. That's what I'm paying attention to.
Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna add COTY on my other monitor so I can watch it. There we go.
There you go. That's easier. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a slow mover for right now until it breaks down. I just saw so much shares there hammered down through that crackdown to 11. So that's why when it bounced up, I gave myself a little bit of room, 6 cents. I think it can get to 11 and more. That's why I'm in this stock, guys. What I'm looking for is a crackdown to 11, and then I'll probably add to this position. play with a little house money that I'll have in the unrealized, add to the position, and try to really nail it if it comes back to 11. So now we don't want to see anything close up there in the 14s really. If I see 11-15 show up, I'm gonna get out, guys. 11-15 is gonna be my out, guys. Small risk here, guys. 25 bucks.
TLRY bouncing back almost to the VWAP.
All right, here's where I want to see the share size come in and hammer it down, guys. There's the red showing up. Now let's see if we can get through this 10s. Get below this 9 EMA again. Size showing up on both sides there, guys. So just got to be careful here. That's why I did a starter on this position and not the full size that I've been slamming into. Didn't feel as confident and wanted to get more of a first confirmation on this trade, then a hammer down on it. So first thing I'm trying to do is get confirmation. That's a move back to 11. Then I'll go ahead and I'll try to get the hammer down. That Thor's hammer, baby.
I like this new hammer. I finally saw Avengers Infinity War.
Hey, I still haven't seen that. I need to see that one.
It's good, brother. It's good, man. I hate the fact that I have to wait a year to see what happens, but it's good, man.
That's how it goes. I'll probably wait another couple months, so it's not a year.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it in theaters, but like I love superhero stuff, but you know, my son is into it, so I watched it at home with him. He enjoyed it.
Hey, that's good. These guys get to share that.
Yeah, for sure. He's finally at the age now, you know. He did much better this morning too.
Hey, he had those Monday blues.
Right, for sure.
The Monday blues, man.
Hey, man, but whatever happens in trading, Mitch, you and I are doing extremely well, brother. We just got to remember that we're doing well, you know.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. I'm having fun too, man. That's the best part about it, you know, guys. Just enjoying the progress, guys. Stick with the progress. Create plans every day. Get with somebody. You guys can always help each other out by just sticking to a plan. You know, a lot of times I at least learned that, you know, sometimes it's really good to have someone to hold you accountable. You can't always hold yourself accountable as much as you would like. So that's why I think me and John also do really good for each other, is that we're there, man. If we make some dumb moves, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about it after. You know, we'll get down to it, the nitty gritty, and we'll tell each other, hey, man, you know, this is not maybe the trade you want to be taking all the time, seeing as this, this, and this. Not that we just kind of just diss each other, but we'll tell each other reasons why we don't think this is a consistent trade.
Right, for sure.
And that's really, I think, where we're really building on, is that we have a progress and we have a process that we're starting to develop. We go over on Sundays, we plan out, we're ready for the market on Mondays. And this gives us an ability to get ready to, you know, really go ahead and hammer down on some stocks here.
And it makes us feel organized too. Like, I think that's important, is like your comfort level while you're in a trade. Like, that's the most important thing. And so when you build a plan, you understand your risks for the week or for the day or however you want to approach it. You know, you understand your risks, and it gives you that comfort level to a certain extent, implementing that strategy you talked about, right? And so it makes you feel better in the trades. It gives you more confidence, and you can just kind of do your thing. And I'm enjoying it too, brother. We've been doing, you know, it's really cool. I've been trading for 2 years, you know, about a year regularly, like every single day, like about a year now. So I'd still consider myself a somewhat new trader. But it's really cool to kind of see my progress and kind of see how, I've slowly been getting better and better. My win rate has been getting better and better. I'm getting better at identifying setups. You as well, Mitch. You obviously are getting much better at identifying setups. We're analyzing risk to reward in each trade, trying to find good setups, and I think just that process, it really feels good to be successful at that process and get some green streaks going, get some profit streaks going, and actually start to build up these accounts. I'm
Without a
excited.
doubt.
You know what I mean? It's been great. We've been doing well. I'm excited for my future as a trader because I think I was trying to tell my buddy about it. If you want to be successful in trading, you have to be really passionate about it. Because if you're not passionate about it, you're gonna give up before it's
Yeah,
your
you
time.
won't last, man.
You know.
I mean, I'm not gonna even lie, man. I've had countless of friends that I've kind of like gotten into trading a little bit and, helped them out, taught them some things. But it's really hard to stay in this business, guys. Most people, when they take their first kind of losses, they just feel like this is not it, not their calling. And, that's just not how it is in trading. You got to battle, it's not going to be a one day
It's
thing.
not get rich quick whatsoever. It's not that at all. I can remember almost crying when I took these massive losses when I first opened up an account. Like I had a Sure Trader account. I would take like $700 losses, and I almost wanted to cry just because it hurt so bad to
All right,
try
guys,
to
I'm
do
out
something.
there.
Yeah, there's the spike back up.
Small loss
Yeah,
there, guys.
tiny loss.
$15 loss.
Yeah, tiny loss, man. You're good,
That's
brother.
how you do it, man. That's how you do it, guys. And then, so one of the key things is I saw it start. I was only, if it went up there, I was getting out. If it went down, I was gonna hold on to it. But what it is, this is
Fake
more an
out.
investor. These are bigger traders in this trade, guys. You saw all that sizing going in there. This is more you're facing more like bank, retail, and not retail investors,
I
but
still
more
think
smart money.
I think you got out a little bit too early. I think
Yeah, without a
here's
doubt.
so
I could have
look.
got faked out for the 16 move, and then it's going to come back down to 11 and
Right.
crack.
I'm gonna pull
But
it
there's
up to my
another thing
chart.
is,
Hold on one
another
second.
thing with this stock is the time.
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
spending too much time on it.
So Mitch, if you see my screen right now, here I'll share my screen with you
I'll
so you
come
can
to
see
you
it.
right now.
Here, I'll just share it with you because the stream has a small lag on it.
Yeah.
So here, I'm sharing my screen with you now.
Mm, Look at that flip down.
Right. This is what I want to show you. Right.
Little fake
This
out.
this was your risk right here at 11.14, and it didn't quite break that. And so I think like I said, I think you've been doing extremely well, better than me even. But
Not
like you
holding
said,
to that level.
all right,
Yeah, I jumped out of it really quickly. My thing was the squeeze potential here since it's at the bottom. But hey, it was a good idea. That is the third up, so I should kind of hold to that level and make sure that it hits 11:15, then get out, guys.
right.
But
Hey
I'll let
man,
it go,
tiny
guys.
loss, brother.
Tiny loss comparable to what we're doing, and I still need to make at least probably like $100 or $200 today, guys. So I'm willing to take some more trades, guys.
Right, for sure. If you want to start your stream up, let me know. But yeah, so Haha's asking, this is delayed. Yeah, it's delayed like 30 seconds, and the reason it's delayed is because if it was real time, the quality would be really poor. Like the quality wouldn't be good. It would be really choppy and laggy, and it wouldn't load. And so the only way to get around that is to put a small delay. It's the latency settings, right? And so if I want to have a good quality stream, it has to be like 20 seconds delayed. And so that's what it is. It's like 20 seconds. But yeah, there's a small delay on it.
Yeah, I've even put it on the one that is like supposed to be real time. It's still not real time, guys. It's still like 5 seconds.